Welcome to the Football Today podcast. It is Wednesday, the 10th of April, and we're here to wrap up what's been, well, an action-packed weekend, an early start to the week here, because there has been a lot going on in the football world. I'm your host, Alex Donnelly. As you can see on my right, if you're watching this, he's on your left on the screen, but Marcus Bazzano just removing something from the table. Marcus, how are we?
I'm very good. Just for removing my phone quietly, hoping no one would notice. But, kudos to you. You had the eye contact. You had it going.
I'm a professional. I can do this. And over there, we've got the stats guy.
Absolutely. Got my Chelsea kit on.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for this kit. Yeah, it's a nice kit. And you got the nice PSG. I like that PSG
Champions
kit
League
as well. It's very good.
So, yeah, I don't have my Arsenal kit with me. I honestly left it at home this morning. I got halfway here on the train. I was like, oh, crap. I forgot to bring your shirt.
I realised we were filming football today. I would have brought my Spider-Man Guernsey. We could have.
So you got to do Spider-Man jersey together.
Next week.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's the second thing they're playing. They're at the second leg. Yeah. Hell yeah. Stats guy, you can get a Dortmund one because you're a loser and no one likes Dortmund.
Well, I'm not a loser, but a Dortmund, I love Dortmund anyway, so I'm happy to get one.
Six Stadium. Every chance we maybe kind of could be there in like 3 months' time. Anyway, that's a different story. Before we get on to today's show, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, the socials, which is X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and wherever you listen to these podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of that. I know you got to dig to find a 5-star on Spotify, but please do it. It'd be awesome. Same on Apple Podcasts, but at Football Today AU, at Football Today Pod, on all of your social platforms. All right, let's get into the show. We always start off with a yeah, nah. And the Olympic group that we've talked about previous weeks, it finally got finalised this morning. This, of course, being about the Matildas.
Yep.
The Olympic group is Australia, Germany, USA, and Zambia. Who'd they beat this morning? Stats guy?
I'm not sure, but
Good
it was out of Morocco.
Morocco. Okay, so
it's definitely Morocco.
So it was an African team.
It was
to
out of
qualify.
Zambia and Morocco to qualify. I just had a bit of a mind.
Okay, so from that, because he was the one bringing this up, can the Tealies top their group in the Olympics? Yeah, nah.
Well, we're actually the third highest seed in that group behind
I think I did TikTok on this like
USA
a month
and
ago.
Germany.
Anyway.
I honestly think we can.
Yeah, I'm going to say yeah as well because US have been out of form. They weren't very good at the World Cup. It's the decline of the US team, which is very rare in women's football because they've dominated.
To see it.
Hate to see it. No, we love it as Aussies. And US lost to Mexico in the semi-final of the Gold Cup, and then we beat Mexico in the CONCACAF. Yep. We beat Mexico this morning. Obviously, wasn't the most convincing win, but still 2-0. So I think USA, Germany, I think is the biggest threat in this group because they've got Alexandra Pop,
the pop star. Let's also remember how terrible Germany were in the World Cup. They obviously had come off a great Euros run. Obviously, not home ground, but also they don't have to travel far to get there. This should be right up their alley.
Is it top goes through?
Top, and then there's a way that the second and third, the second person gets
it'll be
to
do with goal difference and different things like that.
Because there's only 12 teams through, so obviously someone's ringing me. That's really annoying. Go away, scam callers. Anyway, I think we can as well. I think America's declining. I think we'll take care of Zambia. It's basically whoever wins out of Australia and Germany, I think, goes through on top.
It'll be a really exciting group, though, because Zambia showed in the World Cup that they can score goals. That they scored a couple of goals that was actually pretty exciting. They're not the worst team to have as the worst team in a group. They're usually probably the third, like in a World Cup. Yeah. But I do think the Tealies have a chance to top, but it's going to be very hard. It is a very tough group, much tougher than the World Cup groups. Yeah.
Well, given how small it is,
I'm not the biggest TG fan, but I don't know. I could see us finishing second, but I doubt we'd finish third or fourth.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm just trying to find the draws here, and it's like there is no way to find the draw.
No, I don't think it's out properly yet.
Anyway, France, America, Canada, Brazil, Colombia, New Zealand, Spain, Japan, Australia, Germany, Nigeria. That's all through. Of course, the Olympic website doesn't give me the groups because why wouldn't you? All right, so the Matildas did play one of their final friendlies this morning. They've got 2 more against China coming up next month. We've got in Adelaide and Sydney. So we beat Mexico 2-0 this morning in San Antonio in Texas. 2-0 win. It looks good. If you didn't see the game, well done. Tealies won 2-0, beat the team that beat America last month. Yeah, it wasn't great. It is a lot of wallpaper over a lot of cracks within the team at the moment. Obviously, no Claire Hunt, no Caitlin Gorry, and no Sam Kerr. We will not have Sam Kerr in the Olympics. Gorry and Claire Hunt, Jesus, I hope they're back.
Yeah, Gorry's trying to get fit because definitely in midfield, I think you were talking about that, Alex. We were breaking a little bit down in the midfield. I don't think it's all bad. We won 2-0. We do win a lot like this. I think Marcus was talking about it before the show as well.
I don't think you're not going to win trophies playing like this, though.
No,
we're going to get whipped by Germany if we play like this.
But for example, you're not going to have Heyman in the starting. Oh no, we are probably actually.
See, that's the thing. That's a crack over. We need.
Could you put Ford up front instead of Heyman?
No, because she's too good on the wings.
Unless you play Fowler up top, but I don't think she can carry the load by herself. I think she needs someone with her.
Fowler needs to play as a 10. Like she's stuffing around on the wings or in defensive midfield. It's like, why aren't we playing her at 10?
Yeah, especially
where she can be attacking and dangerous.
Especially with no Gorry, you can get rid of that DM, move it into a more attacking position where I think in the Olympics, that's where our quality is in the Socceroos, in the Matildas, sorry. So utilize it.
Our quality comes from our wide play and Mary Fallon. And Michelle Heyman, she's just a poacher. She will score goals if you put it on a platter for her, as we've seen in the A-League this season. But Emily Van Egmond playing in midfield is not the answer. Obviously, we desperately need Katrina Gorry in there, but it's also like
just a bit slow looking in there. Yeah,
I've said that for a couple of months now. But then it's also like Charlie Grant can't get any minutes as well. Like Sarah and Wheeler hardly got any time. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
we've got 3 games before the Olympics. Why aren't we
rotating a few?
We're not rotating. You've still got to play what you probably think your starting 11 of the first game of the Olympics is going to be.
Maybe that's what he thinks it is. Yeah,
I think. So while I said wallpaper over the cracks, way better than the Canada performances late last year.
Yeah, that's at least better because we did have a different lineup in that one as well, and we were horrible. We got smashed. Didn't even put our star players on the field, and we still couldn't even get a goal. So at least that we won. I think that's a real positive. Hayley Rasso was really good, powerful finish, but the keeper probably should have saved that one.
That was still a very good goal.
It was still a good goal.
I can't believe Real Madrid don't want to.
I know. They haven't been playing her, right?
It's because Linda Caicedo's there.
Yeah, but she could come off the bench.
How could top 5 in the Ballon d'Or all of a sudden not get a game in a team a year later? And we'll ask that after we do the Matildas thing where we think Hayley Rasso will go. But anyway, so we subbed on 5 players. So Charlie Grant, I did yell about. She did get on, I know, but so did Wheeler. But it's also like, give him 15 minutes.
Yeah, you could probably get a bit more in that. Ford as well. We've got to talk about her goal. That was an absolute pearl. I'm going to talk about that later. She curled it around about 3 people in the box, then around the keeper in the bottom corner. That was pretty sick. So
it was very
absolutely
nice.
love it.
Yeah, Cooney Cross was everywhere, just in defensive midfield. She's going to be there for the next 10 years. She's an absolute star. Her use with the football is fantastic. But I thought Ellie Carpenter was our best player.
She's always up there. She never provides a bad game. She's always minimum 7, 8 out of 10, and that's what you need from fullback.
Box to box on that wing as well. She's unbelievable.
It did help that we had sort of 4 of our starters there in that defensive trio with Catley Kennedy, Carpenter, and obviously the Defence Minister of Australia, Mackenzie Arnold. But I'm a big Torpy fan. Like, she will add a lot to this team. But it's also like, that hurts Charlie Grant.
I think we need to find the right position for her because I think she's played 3 different positions now.
She's played everywhere but keeper and striker so far. So that's good to have.
It's good to have someone that can rotate a lot, but they need to find I don't know what's best for her. Maybe I'm not even sure.
She's like Alphonso Davies, but of the Matildas, where you could play her as on a winger, but you could also play her at left back as well.
Well, that would be handy to have in a tournament. Yeah, for sure. And then you didn't mention if Cooney Cross played really well today. Surely the Kia Cooney Cross, Alex, is that coming?
I'm still on the campaign. Like, Kia's making a ute. It is the Kia Cooney Cross.
That'd be great.
What are we doing?
Yeah, that makes sense. It sounds a lot better than Kia Buddy.
Yeah. Or the Kia Macca, like, I get it, we want them, but the Kia Cooney Cross, like,
it just sounds
right
cool.
there. That's another.
I wanted to get you up on that one.
But yeah, so we've won the game. Great job. Le clean sheet once again. Ellie Carms, a shout out. I'm doing my French Duolingo at the moment. Le clean sheet hasn't come up as of yet. Good performance. Lot to improve on.
A lot.
I don't think we moved the ball fast enough.
No, but I think that's also it's a way of trying to play tournament football as well.
Yes,
and not stress out and go. We have to just go balls to the wall straight away. So see how it goes. So we mentioned Hayley Rasso earlier. It's come out basically in the last couple of weeks that she's looking to leave Real Madrid, and now it's like 99% likely that she leaves after being there for a year, after going there on a free at the start of this season. Real Madrid haven't had the best season. Barcelona have just dominated.
No, that's the other thing. So although Real Madrid have a really good attack and it's hard for Rasso to fit in there, they haven't been very good. So why are they not changing a few things?
No one tracks back like Hayley Rasso.
No.
And you're talking about like
for a winger,
in the El Clasico, like chasing back, getting the tackle down, going up to the crowd and like banging the badge.
Yeah.
8 points behind Barcelona at the moment. They're 9 points. 12 points behind. They're 9 points clear of third.
Okay, so they're still having a decent
But their
season
goal difference is so Barcelona 97-5, Real Madrid 53-25. It's an insane season.
Yeah, 100%. But I just think, we know Real Madrid fans, they can be a little bit unforgiving on their players.
Yeah, they can. They can. That's for sure. Where do we think she might go? Maybe a WSL team, possibly.
So I think of the WSL
imagine
teams,
a West Ham. She's probably too good for West Ham. But I wouldn't be surprised.
She doesn't fit in at Manchester City. She doesn't fit in at Chelsea. She doesn't fit in at Arsenal. If she's going to go to a team, she's either going to go to Man United, but does she do that having played for Man City, or does she go to Aston Villa and team up with Rachel Daly? Because I was yelling about this last week. Rachel Daly is way too good to be at Aston Villa.
Yeah, or even Liverpool's going all right. They're 5th. Yeah.
Does she end up in France? Does she end up in Germany? There's a lot of options, but you think she'd be choosing
without Ali Carpenter at Lyon? That'd be a cool.
Claire Hunt's there, isn't she? She's at PSG.
Yes, Claire Hunt's at PSG. Yeah, actually, PSG is not a bad shout. Actually,
would she want to change? It's
so it's hard to change country again.
Yeah, change countries once again. I nearly said that. But it's like it's the language barrier as well. Like it's not like when you a bloke. There's probably going to be a bunch of other players from your nationality there.
Whereas in the women's, they're all French, they're all German, they're all I know what you're saying.
So picking up another language and trying to learn it all over again, it'd be tough. So I wouldn't be shocked if she ends up back in England, or even would she go to America, or is she? She's too good.
Possibly.
No, American leagues in the top couple of leagues.
Wasn't Hayley Raso? So she's getting a bit older now, isn't she?
Yeah. Well, she's sort of hit her prime. She hit her prime.
She's in her prime now.
But she sort of hit it when she was older.
Okay. What are we doing?
That's all right.
She's got like 3 or 4 years left.
Go wherever you want, Hayley.
I'd love to see her in the WSL.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yep.
All right, the blokes. What's going on here? Our best player isn't going to the Olympics. What's going on?
Well, I don't know if he's the best player, but he's very good. 18-year-old Nestori Irakunda, obviously signed with Bayern at the end of last year, was it? Or
Yeah, I think so, roughly.
And he's about to head over to Bayern very soon. He came off a hat-trick 2 games ago for Adelaide United. Then he got 2 assists over the weekend, so he's absolutely tearing it up in the A-League. He's in career best form, but wasn't included in the Olyroos squad, which is the under-23s that go to the Olympics. What do you reckon about that one, Marcus? I'm not sure.
I'm actually on board with the decision.
Okay.
Because I think we've seen this in the past with young Aussie stars, and the coach for the Olyroos has come out and said that, we don't want him to get too big-headed.
Which a lot of our players have been doing.
And he's going to Bayern Munich. We don't want him to get too ahead of himself.
How is going to the Olympics in an under-23 team getting ahead of yourself at 18?
I'm not sure, but I've seen a lot of actually support from this. A lot of fans actually believe this is the right idea, and I tend to agree. But we get to see him do more in the A-League now that he starts more. He's scoring goals, he's assisting, even though he's hat-trick.
He's only playing a couple more games.
There's only 3 more games, I think, before finals.
That's not great.
So I don't know. I think he should be in the Olyroos squad. I think if you're picking your best under-23 team, no matter what, just say he was 16 and he's putting up numbers like this. I don't care how old he is. I think you got to pick him. I think you got to put the best team on the
Jordan
park.
Boss in the Olyroos team? Like I'm not sure
maybe
about
have a look at the Olyroos.
Just be honest, we're going to get smashed over there. Like the French are absolute certainties.
We actually did okay.
Thierry Henry is coaching that team. They get the 3 over 23s to pick from. He wants Saliba, Mbappe, and I think Cavaminga.
Surely Mbappe's not playing. Oh, actually, it's a home. Thing, isn't it? Oh no.
No Marco Tilio, no Keegan Yelich, no Louis Dorigo. Obviously,
I don't mind.
Wait, Cavaminga's 21. He makes the team anyway. What am I doing?
That's crazy.
Yep.
Oh man, they're going to win by so far.
France, I think
they do the Euros Olympics double.
Oh,
apparently Thierry Henry, he's already said he wants Mbappe to play for the French Olympic team, but
Argentina's team will be really good as well.
But because PSG have said he could play, but because he's leaving PSG, Real Madrid, let's be honest, that's where he's going to go. We'll probably say no. And also, Mikel Arteta will be like, William, no one cares about Olympic gold. You're staying. You're going on holiday, son.
I've just seen the squad, and I would have loved to see Alu Kuol, left wing, Nestor Irakunda, right wing, Garan Kuol up top.
That's a lot
of is either of the Kuols playing?
Yeah, they're both in the squad.
Okay. Yeah, so if they're in it, I think Irakunda should be in it. That would have been great pace up front. How cool would that be?
Man, I'm just looking forward to seeing William Saliba just look at some of these children and go, noise.
He's going to just cheer him up.
He's just like, cool.
I am nervous now that I think about it playing against France. That's going to be tough.
Their team's going to be insane. All right, what are the other dudes up to? What do we got going on?
I wrote down Irvine scored for St. Pauli again. I think he's up to 4 goals now, doing really well over in Germany, the 2nd division. I think they're in the top 2 still. Actually, I got it here. They're first, actually, in the Bundesliga. So they will be. They're up by 2 points on the top of the table. They'll get promoted into the Bundesliga, which is absolutely awesome for some Aussies. Someone who else plays there? Metcalf. Metcalf and Irvine could be in the Bundesliga next season, which we'd love to see. Yeah.
They've by far been the best team. They've only lost 3 games. Where you look at the next best, has lost 7. Although they have drawn a lot of games.
How good is that? Awesome. And then we got another one is Craig Goodwin. He's out for 6 weeks. He breaking his ribs. So there's lots of people we know breaking their ribs at the moment.
Homie
with our producer,
May, Craig Goodwin.
yeah, just people everywhere. So sad for Craig Goodwin because he's still gone. He's gone really well in the Saudi league actually. But yeah, no good for him. What about who else are we talking about?
Also, Massimo Luongo could be up for promotion. Obviously, Ipswich are currently 3rd at the moment in the championship. Top 2 get automatic promotion.
Yep.
But they have a game in hand on Leeds who are 2nd. So
if Ipswich make it, surely they're going to go straight back down next year. They'll be like Sheffield.
Their team's not horrible.
Let's remember how we thought Burnley were going to go good this year.
That's a very good point.
If they can recruit well and don't lose their best players, you never know.
Eddie and Ketty is available, guys. I'm just letting you know right now.
Honestly, they might
25 mil is yours.
Well, after
25 mil.
after Man City and Chelsea get their points deductions and get relegated, there's only one other spot. I'm just saying.
Don't even start.
That's another podcast. That's another podcast. All right. That's the first half of the show done and dusted. I don't know if you're going to hear the gym ad or the stats guy ad, but we'll hear an ad after this, and then after that, Leo with trivia.
If you like this show, make sure you check out all the other shows on the Sports Today network, from the AFL Today show to the Cricket Today podcast, the Football Today podcast, as well as NBA Australia and NFL Australia. With Sports Today, your sporting needs have never been easier to cover.
Welcome back to the Football Today podcast. Thank God none of you see what we get up to in the breaks. That was absolute shambles. Anyway, trivia time. Leo, let's go.
Talking about things that are shambles, us and doing this trivia.
I mean, I'm winning, I think.
Which player averages the most goals per 90 minutes this EPL season? I've got a clue if you are.
Stats guy. Ishak.
Nope.
Jeez, is it going to be someone who hasn't
Someone
played a lot
off
of
the
minutes?
bench. It's gonna be someone off the bench.
That's right.
You know what?
Alex Trossard.
No.
He's got
I'm going to
7.
go Marcus, and I'm going to go because we brought him late. He was benched for the first 6-7 games before he even got a start.
I know
I'm going to say
you're
Cole
gonna say
Palmer.
that. Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I'll give you a clue and you can get one more guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
Plays for a bottom 6 club right now.
Bottom six.
Can I describe the dude without naming him?
Marcus.
What?
That's all right.
I'm just going to go Dominic Solanke.
That's not a bad shout.
Yeah, Alex, it's the Chilean dude that went across to Sheffield United like in the January
No, it's
transfer.
not.
Palmer? No. He's got really long hair and he scored like 4 goals already.
Okay.
Stats guy, you're the last man.
It's not someone from Burnley.
His locks are luscious.
Who else has been all right? Oh, no.
5, 4.
Calvert-Lewin.
Incorrect.
No, he scored 1 goal. No, he's got like 3 in the last 3 weeks, and he's been coming up.
This is going to be annoying.
34
I
games
don't know.
without a goal.
You got it wrong as well. Who cares?
Chris Wood.
Oh,
really?
Wow.
For Knots.
Kiwi.
Really?
Scores a hat-trick every month.
I love
I
Chris
wouldn't
Wood.
have guessed him because I would have thought he started.
I would have thought he played a
You
lot.
don't hear about him every now and then he'll randomly score a hat trick, and then he's
Scored
back.
on the weekend.
New Zealand
Did
legend,
he?
Chris Wood.
Only New Zealand legend.
Yeah.
Actually, Dakota Kai. Shout
No,
out.
there was
WrestleMania.
there was that centre half who played at West Ham.
Anyway, don't care. Performance of the week was not that Kiwi centre half. I'm going to go Manchester City. Just a combination over the weekend and this morning, coming from 1-0 down and then their awesome performance against Crystal Palace and then a 3-3 draw at the Bernabeu in just insane scenes in the Champions League. Scored in the second minute. We're down 2-1. Got it back to 3-2 and then it somehow ended 3-3. Awesome game. And their win on the weekend against Crystal Palace. Let's be honest, no one thought Crystal Palace would win, even when they were up 1-0, and KDB just went, that's nice.
Yeah, what a game, by the way, that Real Madrid Manchester City
games.
Yeah.
The goals though in that Real Madrid Manchester City game
The
were
XG for
unreal.
both teams was like 0.8.
Yeah.
It's 3-3.
That was
Unreal.
crazy.
If you haven't seen the highlights, check it out because the goals were unreal.
Yep.
But I'm going to go with Kevin De Bruyne versus Palace. Obviously, he's been lingering a little bit with a knock, but he came back in a beautiful finish in the top right corner.
That was awesome. Yeah.
And he scored a brace as well. So
Yep.
yeah, he's just a
KDB.
freak.
My performance of the week, bit different, lads, but hopefully you've watched this. The violin performance with the Victory fans in the A-League. Seven Nation Army, one of my favourite songs. That was going off, the violin, and then the chants, like the chants. The fans were chanting as the violin was going on. If you haven't seen that on all the A-League sites, it's bloody awesome. I think they should do that for a lot of their home games. And yeah, that's my performance of the week. Bit of a random one, but yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. My thing is with the A-League, stop wasting money on flamethrowers. Like, honestly. We talk about how we have
That
no
was
money,
sick, though.
but then there's no... The
What,
violin,
she's not
the
costing that much
violin's
money.
cool, but the flamethrowers cost like 20 grand. It's like, dudes, you literally say you're broke, stop using the flamethrowers.
All the fireworks as well.
Yeah. Fireworks in the daytime are the dumbest thing in the world.
They don't. Yeah, they don't work. They don't work. I'll give you that.
Whoever does that is a bellend. And speaking of who are bellends, is Stats Guy and Marcus's club, Chelsea.
Oh.
You beat Manchester United and everything's great.
We didn't play a game after that, did we? I'm pretty sure we won. We won in the 101st minute, and then we didn't play for the rest of the week.
And then you draw to Sheffield United after drawing to Burnley.
All I know is I just have dreams about Cole Palmer. I can't think of anything
That's
else.
weird.
No, I do as well. It's a Chelsea thing.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, so Chelsea are my bellends of the week. They haven't won 2 games in a row for like 2 Premier League games in a row for near on 2 years.
Yeah,
that's not great.
It's terrible, and also at the same time, we haven't lost a Premier League game since the start of February.
Yeah,
we've actually been okay.
But you're drawing to Burnley.
We're drawing to the relegation clubs, but we're actually like playing well against the.
But also, how funny was that Manchester United game?
Oh, that was so good.
So funny. Me as an impartial person, also like kind of, because you guys can't make like top 4. So me wanting Manchester United to miss top 4 is like driving me at the moment. And Chelsea to do that in the 110th and 111th minute was hilarious.
And because Anthony was doing keepy-ups in the 93rd minute and keeping it to himself to waste time.
And it didn't help him
And then Mason Mount was on the pitch. Oh, that
great.
Judas deserved what coming.
He's not a Judas.
He is a Judas.
It's one thing we all come together, the hatred against Man United. It's
That's
lovely. It's lovely. We bag each other a lot, but we come together.
Who do we hate? Man United.
we come together. It's nice. Did you already say what your bellend of the week?
No, I haven't said my bellend of the week.
Because yours is about Chelsea. Well.
I'm going to go with Pochettino. I'm officially Poch out.
Oh,
it's done. It's called for. The substitutions.
Just put that above his head right now. Poch out, please.
The substitutions are terrible. I don't see any progression. Like we're playing.
You have
better.
one good player.
Yeah, like we look at the two. Like say we played teams twice in the reverse fixtures. We're better in the first fixture than we are in the second time playing.
Always.
Yeah.
I noticed that as well.
How have you
Worst
gotten
in second
worse?
halves. We're terrible in second halves. Other than the Manchester United game, I'm struggling to think of a time we won a second half.
So we're probably going to pummel you in 2 weeks at the Emirates.
Oh, 100%. You'll score at least 3 goals in the second half.
Yep.
Cool.
He's happy with that.
Nice. That guy.
I'm going to go the English Football Commission. Just giving Everton, the minnows, compared to some of the other big teams, more points deduction. So Everton, if people didn't see, got
profit and sustainability
two
issues.
more points deductions. It might be fair in
2
the rule
points,
books.
not 2 more.
Yeah. Sorry, 2 points. Less. And then Man City, others, even Chelsea, like Marcus mentioned before. I feel like it's going to be too far down the track when all these other teams are getting in trouble, and Everton could get relegated because of this. So,
Can I play devil's advocate for a minute? So I'm obviously big on the hatred of Man City for their just cheating and incessant bending of the rules and over the years. Everton admitted that they've done it.
Yeah.
They've got their books and like, crap. Yeah, we did it. We stuffed up. Same with Knots.
Yep.
Manchester City have said they haven't done it, and it goes back over a decade. So to trawl through a decade's worth of books,
it takes a bit longer.
Going through a
sheer number of charges.
The sheer number of charges. You've got this whole conglomerate that is the City Football Group that you need to see where money's gone and where it's ended up. It's going to take a year or 2.
Yeah.
It came out, this time, about probably 13 months ago, maybe 12, 13 months ago?
About the charges?
Yeah. So it's going to take time. We're probably not going to see it for another year.
Yeah.
Whereas
it just annoys.
Whereas, like
annoying.
you see when teams put out their books at the end of the season or end of the tax year, going, "Yep, okay." Like Brighton have basically paid for everything thanks to Chelsea. They made $100 million thanks to Chelsea.
Making massive profits compared to every other club.
Yeah. Well, they've made like even Tottenham lost like $36 million, which is ridiculous. And Daniel Levy gave himself a bonus.
Think of it, Evan Ferguson's going to leave. You think in the next couple of seasons, if he has another good start to a season, he could go. That's another almost 100 million right there. Matoma as well.
30 to 40
Possibly,
at least. Yeah. So I'm playing. So I agree that we hate the fact that Nottingham Forest and Everton have been picked on, but theirs is much more. You did
it's
it.
a bit
you
more
cheated.
straightforward. I'll give you that.
Oh, yep. We can see that you've done this, and this over this, and this. Yep, done. See ya.
Yep.
Same with Leicester. If there's a chance that stuff going on there, that's just going to be messy. So
it's just funny that the teams that are cheating aren't good as well.
No, I find it weird that they do the rules based off the
and now they're looking at
financial
changing them
year and not the transfer window.
Yeah.
Well, that's it because that's Nottingham Forest's argument is the Brennan Johnson. That's their big.
They sold him a week late.
Well, no, they sold him a month later.
Yeah.
Because it's July the 1st. So the transfer window, so it's 2 months later, ends September the 1st at midnight or whatever. They sold Brendan Johnson with 2 days to go for like 50 million or whatever it was. Don't quote me on the exact number.
Yep.
But Nottingham Forest have said, we got 15 million pounds extra on what we would have got if we sold him before June 30th. And that made our books look better. So we should do it transfer window to transfer window, which
I think that makes sense. Yeah.
But also taxation years, business years, it all makes sense. But I agree, Premier League should be a end of September thing. Anyway, that was way too serious for this show. Let's get to some cool crap that happened.
Yeah.
Goal of the week. All right, we've already talked about mine. It was Kevin De Bruyne. His haircut is horrendous. He honestly looks like a marshmallow.
Oh.
You reckon? Oh, is it
I
the
think it's
slick
too
back?
big.
He looks like Toad. That's what he looks like. Whoa! Always chose you first on Mario Kart, Kevin De Bruyne.
I don't hate it. The hairdo looks a little bit like Prince Charming from Shrek.
He looks. I tell you what.
Reference.
He honestly looks better than Matt Rowell, who's an AFL player for the Gold Coast Suns, who looks like a 1970s like evil villain.
Who eats grass, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He does eat grass.
All right. Anyway, stats guy. What's your goal of the week?
I already talked about her a little bit, but Caitlin Ford's killer versus Mexico. I don't think many players in the women's competition in the whole world can do what she does. So that curler around 3 players, around the keeper, bottom corner, just beautiful. That's my.
I could have
that's my
given
goal.
Bukayo Saka a goal this morning. Anyway.
Yeah.
I literally could have gone all of the goals from this morning's games in Real Madrid, Man City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
I'm gonna pick
Trossard's
out.
goal's sick too.
I'm gonna pick out Phil Foden's
That was a
equaliser and make it
rocket.
2-2.
Yeah.
Bang that in the top. He had a chance a tiny bit earlier on, about 5-10 minutes.
I'm
and
amazed
straight at
that's the one
keeper.
you've picked.
I could have went Valverde the first time volley, Guardiol,
Yeah.
but
Silva's free kick.
No, I'm gonna go Phil Foden.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those goals were sick.
Yeah, the lots to choose from. Yeah.
Yeah. And the Mackenzie Arnold, the best save of the weekend. I'm just giving it to Mackenzie Arnold because she had a clean sheet this morning. Go Macca!
Yeah, clean sheet. We love that. Clean sheet again. I like it. I'm going West Ham's Fabianski. 6 saves against Wolves to help them win 2-1. Wolves were like really pushing against West Ham to make a comeback.
They should have. That goal that wasn't allowed was
Yeah.
total BS.
Probably. But Fabianski did well other than that one. He had 6 saves, which is a great effort, I think.
Yeah.
And he's really old, isn't he, for a guy
Yeah,
to make 6 saves? I'm
He's
going to
been
check
around
that.
for a while.
Yeah.
Marcus.
I'm gonna go with Onana versus Liverpool. You remember the one hand?
He did make one good
Yeah,
save.
with the one. I think it was his left hand.
Yeah, he kept
it
him in
would
the
have been a
game.
certain
Do you
goal.
also know he hasn't saved one penalty this year?
He looks shocking.
He just stands there. He's like, oh.
When
I forgot how to
Cole Palmer's penalty in the
Yeah.
in the 97th minute or something. When Cole Palmer's lining up, Onana's going behind his head. He's like this. He's like,
Oh God,
Oh,
not
no.
again. Oh
He's
God,
like, oh, no,
it's
oh,
my
no.
recurring nightmare. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
No.
Yeah.
da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh no. All right, quickly, we'll touch on it because we have talked about it a bit. Champions League this morning, we had 2 draws.
Yep.
Real Madrid and Man City was just the most insane game ever, and now
Yeah.
they head back to the Etihad next week. It's 3-3. Man City
Should
but the way
Real
this
Madrid
game-
I think they
alright,
will. I
yeah.
think they will. Like, what was
Yeah.
it? City have scored in other than the
Draw.
Arsenal game.
They'd scored in 56.
54?
56.
Yeah, and then I also back City if it goes to like extra time or penalties and stuff. Just
More
the
depth on the
in
bench?
depth in their team.
And Arsenal 2, Bayern 2. There was a
you're nervous,
very-
Alex?
Not nervous.
There should have been a penalty.
Should have been a
Arsenal should
penalty.
have won that.
No
Yeah.
way. The
Bukayo
Saka
Saka?
one.
Yeah, the second one. Yeah, it's a penalty.
He stuck his leg out.
It's a penalty.
Oh, that could have been a yellow
Keeper
card,
comes
I
out,
reckon.
you
I'm
make
not the only one
contact.
saying that.
But it's a penalty. The keeper
No
comes
way.
out, he
Nah.
makes a play at the ball, misses it. And,
Yeah, it's a
and
pen.
yeah, Saka hangs his leg out there, but Neuer's
The
already
leg was
made...
nowhere near the ball, and
That's because Neuer swung and missed it.
that's because his leg was sticking out. Anyway, that's in my opinion.
Neuer's leg was sticking out.
Should Bukayo Saka just had a shot?
He should have had a shot.
Because if he
I
gets it
thought-
on target, it's a goal.
I thought he should have taken the extra step around and just dinked it over him, and it's a goal, and we lose our collective
Instead of
minds.
taking the step inside.
But I understand where you're drawing the penalty. When he saw Neuer coming, you probably just think, I'm going to get this
Yeah,
penalty
first
here.
instinct, like little touch around and
Yeah.
penalty.
But 2-2, I'm actually of the belief now, before this one, I was like, if this is like a draw at full time, we're stuffed. I have faith now that we can get the job done
Do
in
you
the
have
Allianz
faith
Arena.
with David Raya in between the sticks?
Yes.
Because he was shocking.
He was bad this
He-
morning, but other than that, he
Yeah.
has been
Yeah,
bad.
I don't
That's
think he's
been-
been that good.
That's
this
been his
season.
first poor game in a long time.
I think Ramsdale last year was better than Raya this season.
Oh no, mate, you didn't suffer through some of those Ramsdale shockers. Like honestly, this is a bloke who says he can't concentrate for 90 minutes.
Raya's had shockers as well, though. That's the thing. So
Also,
far this season.
I can't blame him on the penalty because it's Harry Kane.
penalty.
You're not going to save that.
And he scored at the Emirates.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as we said, Harry
yeah,
Kane is
yeah,
going to
yeah.
score a penalty at the Emirates. It's written in stone. Other than that, he didn't.
And former Arsenal man Serge Gnabry as well on the
Yeah,
score sheet.
Yeah.
It looks like he's done his hammy the way he came off late.
And the stir of the pot as well in front of the
yeah.
Arsenal fans.
I enjoyed that. Actually, also, Trossard celebrating against
old
Brighton. That
Brighton
was pretty
against
fun because he's divorced from Brighton, shall we say.
He's
was quite
Normalise
messy.
it. Normalise it.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're like when Frank Lampard scored against Chelsea. I understand that if you're like you've been there for
You're like a
basically your whole
captain of a
career.
club,
Yeah.
and there was no hatred or anything like that. But
Yeah,
if
but other than that-
just celebrate. Why not?
So I know you're tipping Bain in this leg.
Yeah.
To get the job done, you're on Bain.
Yeah.
I think we can get it done. No Alphonso
Ooh.
Davies in the second leg
Look,
is great for Saka.
Look, I think you can as well.
Yeah.
But
You got to tip Bain at home.
the amount of the pace was very scary running at the Arsenal defense.
Yeah.
Leroy
Leroy
Sané
Sané looked like
Sané
it was
was
2015 again. Like,
Yeah.
what was that?
He was unreal.
And that's
yeah.
his first game back from injury as well.
Yeah.
Off the bench. So
He can't do that again. No way.
He can at home.
you never know. Allianz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And so you might have already listened to the results might have already happened by then, but PSG Barcelona tomorrow in Paris, and then Atletico Madrid in Dortmund, obviously in Madrid. I think PSG go through, and I think Madrid go through. I'm getting ahead on the two legs.
so tough.
I've got no idea who to pick here.
I'm gonna go with PSG.
Yeah, Mbappe's getting it done his last season.
Yeah, although he hasn't been playing well, he's been subbed a few times.
Yeah, Luis
recently.
Enrique's not happy.
And
Stats guy?
You go.
no, sorry, you go. I'm still making my mind up. on the
I'll
other
go
game.
PSG as well,
Yeah.
but in that first one, and then
Atletico go up
I'll
1-0.
go Atletico to win the first leg at home.
Yeah, and then they park the bus in the second leg and win 1-0.
I'm gonna go Dortmund. I just used to always love Dortmund, and got a bit of a soft spot for him. Dortmund.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's it. We've covered a whole lot of stuff here today. We'll be back. We'll probably be back next week. We have just a ridiculous schedule coming up, so we won't talk about this weekend in the Premier League. We'll just cover it off what's happened next week as well as what's happened in the Champions League next week. But check out Football Today for some of the fun videos. We'll find some time here in the studio this week to do some cool social media stuff. But other than that, that's it. Cheers, Marcus.
Thank you, Alex.
Thanks, Stats Guy.
Thank you.
Shout out to Leah for the trivia question. Geraldo behind the camera as always. Make sure you subscribe and like on YouTube, everywhere else across the social medias, and give us a 5-star rating and just subscribe on the podcast platforms, please. Really? It'd be really nice. Anyway, Football Today is out. Catch you next week.
If you like this show, make sure you check out all the other shows on the Sports Today network, from the AFL Today show to the Cricket Today podcast, the Football Today podcast, as well as NBA Australia and NFL Australia. With Sports Today, your sporting needs have never been easier to cover.